Hello, YouTube. This is Mr. Bakari, and today we are going to look at exponential models, specifically this model, which is used to describe exponential growth and decay, where a quantity changes continuously over time. Okay, so looking a little bit closer at this formula, on the left-hand side, we have A, which represents our final amount after our elapsed time. And on the right, we have A sub 0, which represents our initial amount, okay, our starting value, where t equals 0, times our base E, which is our base that's used for continuous growth and decay, which is raised to the exponent k times t. T is, of course, time, and k is our growth or decay rate. Okay, so k represents the continuous rate of change written as a decimal. If k is greater than 0, the model represents exponential growth. And if k is less than 0, the model represents exponential decay. All right? So we're going to work through 3 examples here. And while we work through these examples, I will provide the formula up here on the top right. So you can look at that as we work through these. So number 1 says, a wildlife preserve is experiencing a decline in its deer population due to environmental changes. The population is modeled by, here's our model, where T is the number of years since the study began. Okay? Question 1 says find the population after 4 years. All right. So we are going to write down our model here, which is 12,000 times E raised to our rate, which is negative 0.09. And for T, we're going to put in 4 years. So what we're looking for here is the population after 4 years. Now, since this is population of deer, I'm just going to go ahead and round this to the nearest whole number, okay? So today we're going to be using a TI Inspire calculator. And let's go ahead and input this. So I've got 12,000 times E raised to the rate negative 0.09. And then for time, we've got 4 years. All right. And we get 8,372. And that would be our answer if we are rounding to the nearest whole number. Okay. Now, for number 2, it says, after how many years will the population reach 6,000 deer? Okay, so let's do this one, number 2. So when will the population reach 6,000? We start, of course, with 12,000. E raised to our rate. And T is what we are solving for here, okay? So since we are solving for our variable here in the exponent, we are going to write this as a log to solve this, okay? So I'm going to divide both sides by 12,000, which gives me 1/2. Okay? And now I can write this as a natural log. And when we write this in logarithmic form from exponential, we switch the argument and the exponent, and the base stays the same. Okay? So I will write that log right next to it. So we've got natural log of 1/2. Okay? Equals negative 0.09t. All right? Now I'm going to divide both sides by negative 0.09 to isolate my t for time. And now this is in calculator ready form, and this will solve for the time it will take for our population to reach 6,000. So now I'm going to put that in my calculator. So I've got, in my numerator, I've got natural log of 1/2 divided by my rate, which is negative 0.09. All right. And the time is 7.7 years. Now, if I was rounding to the hundredth place, I would just write 7.7 years, since that is 7.70. All right. And that's how long it'll take for our population to reach 6,000. All right. So let's look at the second problem. All right. This one says the number n of bacteria in a culture is modeled by, we've got our model here, where t is the time in hours. If n equals 420 when t equals 10, find the time required for the population to quadruple in size. So our question is find the time required for the population to quadruple in size. So we're looking for time. But before we can do that, they do not give us k. So we have to solve for the rate, and then we can take that rate and solve for the time it will take the population to quadruple in size. So we are going to plug in 420 for n. Okay, so let's write that. 420 equals 280 times E. Okay, and we're looking for our rate, and T equals 10. Okay, so again, we are solving for a variable in our exponent here, so I'm going to write this as a natural log. So I'm going to divide 280 on both sides. Okay, so 420 over 280 will reduce to 3 halves. Then I have e raised to the k times 10. Okay? Now I can write this as a natural log, which is natural log of 3 halves equals k times 10. Now, if I divide both sides by 10, all right, the 10s cancel out over here, and I have my rate. Now, I'm going to leave my rate just like that. Okay, I don't want to round it. You can round it, it's definitely okay to do. But for this example, I'm just going to leave it like that and input it into my final calculation as natural log of 3 halves divided by 10. Okay, so that's our rate. Now that we know our rate, okay, that's K. Now we can find the time required for the population to quadruple in size. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, we start with 280. Now, if we quadruple 280, 280 times 4 is 1120. All right, and then we've got times E. And now I'm going to plug this in for my rate, and we are looking for the time it takes for this to quadruple. Okay? So I'm going to write this as a log again. So I'm going to divide both sides by 280. Okay? And that's going to give us 4 equals e raised to the kt. And then I will write the natural log of 4 equals kt. And then to solve for the time required for this population to quadruple, I will divide both sides by k. Okay? Now, divide both sides by k, and I get that right there. Now, I am going to plug this in for k because we solved for k. So I'm going to plug that in right there. So what I'm going to input into my calculator is natural log of 4 divided by natural log of 3 halves over 10. And that is going to give us the time it takes for our population to quadruple. So now let's put that into our calculators. Let me clear this out. All right. So we've got a complex fraction here. So up top, we're going to use natural log of 4 over, we got a fraction in the bottom. We have the natural log of 3 halves divided by 10. All right, looks good. And we are looking at 34.19 hours. 34.19 hours in order to quadruple the population of bacteria. Okay, so notice time is hours in this problem, and there is our answer rounded to the hundredth place. Okay, all right, let's look at our last example. All right, this one says the number Y of hits a new website receives each month is modeled by, here's our model, where T is the number of months since the website launched. Months. In the third month, the site received 10,000 hits. Find the value of K for number one, and then use this value to predict the number of hits after 24 months. So the reason why I'm underlining months is because time is in months. Now, what we need to do is we need to find our rate, K. Okay. So we're solving for K, and it says in the third month, the site receives 10,000 hits. So A is 10,000, and that is going to be in our third month. So time is 3. So now I have my setup to find the value of K. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to start off by dividing 10,000 by 4080. Let me pull my calculator for that one. And that is 125 over 51. 125 over 51 equals E raised to K times 3. All right. So I'm going to write this as a natural log, which is going to be natural log of 125 over 51 equals K times 3. And of course, I want to get K by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by 3, which cancels out that. And again, I have my rate here as this log divided by 3, and I'm going to leave it just like that so that I can input that into my final calculation without rounding the rate. Okay? And that's optional. That's just how I'm going to do it here so we can get a nice answer that's going to be super accurate at the end. Okay, so now that we have our rate, it says use the value to predict the number of hits after 24 months. So we're going to go back to our model, 40, 80 times E. And of course, we're going to plug in all of this for our rate. And 24 is the number of months. So we are looking for the number of hits at 24 months. Okay. So we are going to plug this K in here. Okay. So before we do that, we need to plug all this in and it should be ready to go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rewrite this. And instead of K, I'm going to take all of this and plug it in there. So let's see if I can do this. Take all of that. All right. And that goes in for K. That is my rate. And of course, that gets multiplied by 24. Okay? and that's going to give us the number of hits that we can predict after 24 months. Okay, again, this log divided by 3 is our rate, okay, times 24 months. All right, so I'm going to put that in my calculator. So I'll pull that up, clear this out. Okay, so we have 4,080 times e raised to the, and we've got a fraction here. We've got natural log of 125 over 51 over 3 times 24. Okay, so double check that I inputted everything in the calculator correctly. Let's hit enter, and we've got this gigantic number. Now, basically, what that represents in my calculator here is 5.31 times 10 to the 6. That's the scientific notation, but what this equates to is 5 point, and we'll round to the nearest hundredths, 3 million. Okay, so that is the number of hits that we can predict after 24 months, 5.31 million. All right, so there you have it. Some growth and decay problems for you with our base E, which is, of course, used for continuous growth and decay. I hope this helps you out, and I will see you in the next video.